This week, 65 people, many of them school children traveling to Akosombo, were involved in an accident. Now, 2 of those lives were lost to the fatal crash and left many with varied degrees of injuries. This is one of many accidents that have raised questions about road safety and vehicle standards in the country. In this edition of Hot Issues, we delve into the matter with one of many institutions at the center of it all, the Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority. I am Kemeni Amano, and I sit down with the new CEO, Julius Neequaye Kotey. We'll discuss his plan and contribution of his office to road safety as we enter the Easter period. You're welcome to Hot Issues.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's good to see you, and congratulations on the appointment.
Thank you. Good to see you too.
Indeed. So let's get right into it. You've been in office for how long now? It's been weeks? Only weeks?
I was appointed on 23rd of January.
Of January.
2025.
Yes. So it's only been a matter of weeks. You're going into 3 months now.
Exactly.
What have been your observations of the office that you occupy at the moment?
Let me first of all greet our cherished viewers and to use this very platform to say a very big thank you to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for this fantastic opportunity. Let me also thank Ghanaians for the confidence they repose in His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. I mean, it was a victory that wasn't expected. I know the NDC will win, but not with that level of margin. So I say a very big thank you to them, and we shall really do what we promised to do. Yes. Going into office, I've worked there before. From 2012 to 2013, I did my national service with the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority. From 2013 to July 2016, I had a contract there. From 2016 August to December, I was made a permanent staff as a driver inspector. Then I had a very good offer from SNIT, so I had to leave and go to SNIT. So I worked there. I have been there for about 3 to 4 years before leaving to SNIT as a compliance officer. Then I came back as a...
so essentially, you know the place?
I know the place. I've been there before. So it is easy for me to fit in and deal with the issues. Now, first of all, the legacy debts. I never expected anything like that, but I'm faced with it.
I see.
Yes, when it comes to...
What do you call the legacy debts?
That have been bestowed on me by my predecessor. And when you check our operations, everything we do, there's some amount of money we get on it. So for me to have such a debt from my predecessor, Mr. Ajimambuzia, I mean, it came with a shock. A small man like me going to that office, and this is what you can give to.
How much are we looking at here?
Let me be very specific with you. Okay, there is this system. One is for the city account. It's close to 300 million Ghana cedis, and the dollar account, it's close to $151 million.
And what was the money used for? How did they come to accrue the debts?
We are going for a system audit, so I can't put the cart in front of the horse. After the system audit, we'll know what the issues are.
You mean as of now, we don't know what that money was used for?
There is this one of which is very alarming. I will not mention the company's name, but there's this company they had an agreement with. And anybody who asks doesn't seem to know what the real work of the company is. They are supposed to do some system monitoring and something. And the Ministry of Finance is supposed to pay about 50 million every year. We are in our 3rd year, and they never paid even $1 or $1 living. We are in our 3rd year, and they expect us to pay all these monies.
You mean we're in the 3rd year of the contract with the said company?
With the said company, because it was signed in 23. So 2023, 2024, we are in 2025.
Right.
When this year comes to, so far as we started with the same software from on the 1st of January, we've committed to that contract. And to the end of the year, it's coming to almost about 160 million Ghana cedis, $160 million.
For one company alone?
For one company.
And we are not clear what that company does.
So I've sent the contract document to my sector minister, Honorable Neequaye, who is also a member of parliament for Saboba. And then from there, we will take it and see what the issues are about. Because we are already doing the roadworthy. So the system that comes with it, I thought it would be a combined contract for us to sign, but they are different. And other companies, about 3 companies, we are dealing with them in terms of dollars. So you can understand where the issues,
And these other 3 companies, our viewers would want you to speak up a little bit, but these other 3 companies too, what is their contract nature with us?
The other one provides us with internet. And if you've been to our offices in Nama, you will understand the stability of the internet over there. Very poor. I'm not here to slant any company. They are providing us with the internet, and we are going to review. It was just signed in November 2024.
Just before the previous administration expired.
Yes, 2024. And I think it's about 5 years contract.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And you're saying even the service they are providing is no good?
It's not good.
When you say it's no good, what do you mean?
It's very poor. Even you go to DVLA and people are in queue waiting for service to be rendered to them. It's because of our system. The human capacity is there. But when the system is not efficient, it doesn't correlate with the human capacity over there. So you come to me for service. I'm here. I'm ready to work for you. But the system itself is not good. The service provider, the system is good, but when the ones providing the service for the system, I have issues with that.
I see. And how long have we had? You said that contract was from November 2024, yes. And you don't think the contract is good. What are you doing about that as well?
I made mention of we having a system audit.
Okay, we'll be part of the system audit. Okay. Again, I just want to encourage you. Our viewers cannot hear all the things that you are saying.
I'm not speaking loudly. Eh?
Yes, you're not speaking loudly enough.
Is it okay now?
If it stays this way, yes.
Okay.
Then the viewers will be able to hear you. You mentioned 3 companies. So one, you say we are not even sure what they are doing. So far, we are into about $160 million debt with them. And then, do we owe them, or we've already paid them $160 million? Just for the clarity. So we owe them that. Then we also have the internet company.
Yes.
How much do we owe the internet company since November 2024? You're checking that?
There's almost about $5 million.
$5 million for internet provision. Is it only at the head office for all your offices across the country? And then the third company, what's the situation with the third company?
That one has to do with the system that was procured for vehicle registration. No vehicle registration system is different from the license registration. So that was procured for vehicle registration. You go through a process to get your vehicle registered in Ghana, and that is what it is. So that system too, the entire contract was about $14 million, and they paid only $2 million, leaving $12 million for them to come and pay.
Right, I see. So again, I'm trying to understand, because we know that in the last 4 years or so, the DVLA underwent a lot of technological transformation. We know about the e-programming that allows people to, file their documents online, apply online in order to fast forward the process. Is it the possibility that perhaps this spending, which you call legacy debt, was used for that purposes to ensure that the DVLA has excellent service to offer the people?
Whatever service we provide to citizens, we put charges on it. We have charges. So we have charges that is supposed to take care of the debt. So what happens? It's because, our predecessors were so much determined to have more projects with that money. And when they do that, what happens there, it creates a gap between our expenditure in the coming year and what we have now. Now we have the buildings which are not even complete. The wager office is not complete. And that office, in terms of cities, I'm supposed to make some payments over there. And do you know why we were having license issues in this country? Licenses were not coming. So when I went to office, I realized for about 1.5 years, people's licenses are not being printed. I called the directors to ask, what is the issue? And all they could say is that we are owing the supplier. Now, we are owing the supplier. I invited the supplier. I had to go down on my knees to beg the supplier. Madam, I beg you, no matter what be the case, we will pay your money. But for now, we need to give people it's a security document. We need to give it out. The more we keep them, the more our competitors also get on board. That is the Goro boys. We'll come to that. So I went down on my knees to beg the woman, please supply the goods to me. We'll make sure we pay you after the audit. We'll pay you. No matter, I'm committed to pay you. I will pay you. And the woman was quiet for about 30 seconds. And she said, Chief, in my entire life working with DVLA, no one has ever spoken to me like this before. Because of what you've done, I'll supply the products to you. Not to me, to DVLA. Within 2 weeks, she supplied the products. Now, there is one other component of the license that is very difficult to get. Is the security laminates.
Yeah.
After we're done, we print the license in-house. After we're done printing, there's something we call the laminates, which we have to put on it. That one, I think she brings them from Italy. So that took about a month. As I speak with you now, on Monday, she brought them. Now, we finished printing every license. As I speak, every license.
All the backlog.
1.5 years backlog of license have been printed. We have them. We are now using the security laminates. So I can assure the public, 2 weeks or a month from now, we'll issue a communique for everyone to go for his or her license. And this is about communication. I just spoke with the woman. And let me also announce that the license printing was done 24 hours. So we had 3 teams. One comes in the morning, they close around 2, 3. Others also continue up to 10. The other set comes the next day. I used the contract staff for this, and we are good to go.
I see. So you're doing the 24-hour...
For the licensing.
For the licensing.
We are going to start a full 24-hour operation, starting with our branch. Our new branch we are going to open in Adenta. You know, Ayalolo is under the Ministry of Transport. So I played with the sector minister to give us a place at Adenta, looking at the number of cars and stations over the Adenta Mandina area. And there's no DVLA office. So I played with him and he gave us one building. They have 2 buildings, they gave us one. As I speak with you now, it's almost done. Our renovation works and everything, we are almost done. And on the 15th or 14th of April, we are opening a new office in Adenta that will serve that catchment area. Adenta, Legon, Mandina area.
Oh, I see.
All that catchment area.
I see. I mean, but you talked about, perhaps, let me just run it back a little bit. We've talked about the debts.
Yeah.
But we've also identified that the DVLA gets money for the services it provides, right? So talk to us about the revenue. Does DVLA have money in its...
I will not say DVLA. DVLA should have money, but we don't have money. I spoke with Honorable Kwame Agboja, the sector minister for roads and highways, and I spoke with him that 85% of our vehicle registration revenues goes to road fund. 85% goes to road fund.
Of your IGF? Of
our IGF, for vehicle registration, goes to road fund. 6% is taken by the government, and 9% comes to DVLA. How do you expect us to have money? So we are supposed to have money, but we don't have money. So, I mean, there are some constitutional, some LI amendments ongoing, and we hope that the amount will be reduced for us. We don't also take money direct. The money goes through Ministry of Finance before they do disbursement. So, but I mean, the disbursement is always done solidly. So that one, I don't have any problem with that. My only problem has to do with the fact that we give 85% of our IGF on vehicle registration to road fund, and the honourable minister accepted, and he's willing to do something about it.
I see. So it means that you're enjoined by law to give 85% of your IGF to the road fund.
I was in there.
Is it?
I was in there. I mean,
I'm asking because essentially for all the other people, all the other institutions that contribute to road fund, I haven't heard anybody go as much as 85%. That's why I
do 85%.
I see.
DVLA does 85% of our vehicle registration IGF to road fund.
Oh, for vehicle registration only?
Only
right.
To road fund.
Okay.
Because when it comes to the road sector, I register the vehicle, I register the driver.
Yes.
And I am committed in making the roads safer for you and I. So I think that is where they also made their point for. We build the road for you to register road users. Hence, we must.
Which brings me to the point, because earlier when you said it, I assumed that it was the entire gamut of your IGF that goes into the. So it's just vehicle registration. Yes, so the rest of the money, what happens to the rest of the money?
We have other commitments we do. We have other payments we make. So especially licensing also some goes out. But apart from the one that we take to, the one that we give to road fund, there's no other one that government really taxes on that. Maybe unless the play taxes and other things that we get they get from us. Yeah, but it's not that much though. But we don't really charge too much.
The drivers will say otherwise.
No, it's not true. You see, I'll send you our charges. I don't know if you can put it on the screen. Our charges are very minimal. Very minimal. I think it's only one or two components of our charges that go beyond 1,000 cedis. But here comes the key. People always complain that our charges are too, and it's because you are dealing with a Goro boy. You are dealing with a Goro man. You are not dealing with a staff of DVLA. You don't come to us for service. So you certainly have to complain. But when I look at our charges, we don't charge. Most of them are around 400, 500 Ghana cedis.
I see.
Yes.
I mean, some of them also go depending on the kind of vehicle that you have.
Our charges here. None of them goes beyond. I think it's only one or two
that are above 700.
Above 1,000.
Above 1,000, 1,000. I see. So then you think that we should increase the licensing charges?
No, it's okay. I'm okay. You see, it shouldn't be too expensive for anyone to acquire a license. When you make it too expensive, then the guys also take advantage of the system. You see, I always tell my friends that with license issues, I don't do protocol. I know you know me. When you're coming for your license, there's no protocol when it comes to license, because when I make that available, I'm going to put a gun in the hand of a thief. When I give you protocol for you to acquire license, you are not good enough to be on the road. It's a risk to you and a risk for me as well. So I always tell my friends, go through the process. I went through the process by myself to understand. And it will interest you to know, our technical officers are so equipped that when you go under them for the testing, there are a lot of experience and skills they'll share with you, which you think learning by the roadside wouldn't give you that opportunity. So I always say to my friends and everyone, let's go through the process to acquire our license.
Indeed. So, talking about process, you mentioned, a few moments back how you'll be opening the Adenta office.
We are opening about 10 offices this year.
10 offices this year?
So I can give you the location. We are going to Adenta, which is 1. We are going to Swedru, which is 2. We are going to Somanya, 3. We are going to Doma, 4. We are going to Bandai, 5. We are going to Dambai, 6. We are looking at an office around Gamashi area. Then we are going to Bole Bamboy for an office over there. Then one of the OT, one Pandai or Dambai is for OT. And so they don't have an office at all.
At all.
They don't have any office space at all, so we need to have them as well.
Isn't 10 too many for an office that you say you have over $150 million debts to pay, 300 million CDs also to pay, and you don't have enough money to really run your operations?
Okay, so let me say this to you. Because we have inadequate offices, that is why we don't have money. So let me explain. There is no office in OT. So if you want to renew license, if you want to register your car, if you want to update your license, you want to do conversion and you stay in OT, you have to drive all the way to Ahoy or all the way to Ho to have this service rendered to you. So you can imagine. They'll just sit down and call someone, give it to the guy, and the guy goes to do fake work.
But how many people are registering cars or seeking licenses in OT region?
We do a lot. It's because we are not there, so you don't see the numbers. But when you check from our offices, our nearby offices, you know that we do a lot. So
that is what enough to warrant an office in OT region.
Yes. Okay. Nobody should drive miles to get access to our service. I stay in Osu. I want to renew my license. I have to drive all the way to Hacho to renew my license. I have someone who stays closer to me, who can come to Osu station, collect all the license over there, go and see a gold boy somewhere, put all the stickers behind, and come to you and tell you it's going to DVLA to renew the license for you. We are losing revenue because people are not having access to us.
I mean, I'm asking because we would want to compare the cost of production as against the revenue that will come in, and whether or not it will be feasible to run a whole office in certain places.
Do you know why we give some of the work out to our PVTS? That is a private vehicle testing. Yeah. Because the workload was too much on us. I was in DVLA 2012 when that law was passed. The workload was too much, so some had to go to help the private sector as well. And even with that, we have 33 offices across board. And I can tell you that because we have what we call satellite offices as well. They do, before my coming, they were going to office once in a week. And I've changed that. We are going to operationalize it. So they'll go to office every day for the satellite offices. Even with that, research conducted shows that people are still not having access to us, to DVLA.
I see.
So we still need more offices.
I see. I'll stay on the issue of the offices just a little bit more. Because again, are you looking at redistributing staff, or you're getting new staff for these new offices that you're opening?
We will redistribute and get some. There are some work I cannot employ you as a staff today, and you understand. I need someone who has been there with the skills and knowledge already to supervise you to be able to do it. Like taking testing of cars. It's only done by the technical officers. If you're not a technical officer, you will not understand what you are going to test. So I will need a technical officer to be there. Then I can send, even if I want to employ a technical officer to go, he will go and understudy and learn what the experienced hand is doing before he can be equipped enough to also undertake that project.
Why wouldn't you just encourage some people to just make use of the technological transformation which allows people to apply for some of these services online?
One of my vision for DVLA is to use the technology to solve problems, to do away with queues and then the bureaucratic steps one must go through. They are too long. Before I got into office, if you want to customize your car, wherever you are, if you stay in Wa and you have to customize your car, you have to drive all the way from Wa or call before it will be done for you. From 1st of April, per policy, I said 1st of April, but we know, I think it will be 4th or 3rd. Everyone, every station, every regional station will do customized. And every station in Greater Accra will do customized because that's where we find most of the customized number plates. They will do what we call customized. So you wouldn't need to drive from WA to Accra to have your customized number. When you go to the WA office of DVLA, that service will be provided to you.
So you're extending your services across all your offices
all
as
offices.
well.
So
that certain services are not
so
only in Accra.
that arrangements in the past will change. Now every office in Ghana, regional office in Ghana will issue a customized number plate.
I see. And so you're not going to encourage people to go online to, access your service, or it doesn't work. It's either two things that you want to encourage people to go online, or maybe it doesn't work.
That will come. There are a lot of changing ongoing. So, and it doesn't take one day, but will come. We are now moving to simulators where you wouldn't need to have a car before you come and do testing with us. With the simulation machines, you can do your driving testing without even moving to be on the street. Some people get accidents by moving on the streets.
Well tested.
Yes, for just testing. And it puts the life of the vehicle examiner in danger. You are not confident enough to be on the road, and we have to test you. We are bringing simulators, we are bringing another machine that wherever you are, it's like an ATM machine. Wherever you are, you can renew your license. The machine will take your eye test and everything, and you renew your license. If you feel, you cannot say it's the discretion of any man.
I see.
It's the machine.
When are you looking to bring all these machines? Very soon.
Very soon. Very soon.
I see.
I don't have a board. There's no board. So very soon. I know the board is coming in place very soon. So all these things will be.
So that's your plan for your vision for the DVLA.
Yes. Then we are also doing the community engagement. So we'll move to communities and educate them about our do's and don'ts, about our operations, what we do as DVLA. So people will understand. People will know that, And someone asked me, who are your targeted point? I made a point. Every civil-minded Ghanaian is my target. Because you don't need to be 18 years before you equip yourself with driving techniques. I'm not saying if you are not 18 years, go and drive. But I'm saying that you need to understand what you will be going into. Get it to 18 years. So we are going around, we'll start very soon with community engagement. We'll go to community, we'll educate them, we'll bring our resource persons to talk to them. We'll move to lorry station. We're also going to do what we call the DVLA lorry terminal project. So, example, drivers in Kaneshie will know that at every Tuesday, first Tuesday of the month, DVLA will come to Kaneshie to have services rendered to them. We'll come and render services in Kaneshie. So it makes it so simple that we want to bring our services to your doorstep. So no person comes in between you and us. You should be able to have access to DVLA whenever you want. So that project is also coming on board. That one we are starting in the month of April.
Okay.
So we'll make the timetable available. I've ordered every station. We've written to GPRTU. I'll be meeting them next week. I need to seek permission before entering into the lorry terminals. Then we'll have a comprehensive timetable for each and every one to be made public, and everyone will know. I've also made public all our fees and charges. I've instructed every station officer to put a flexi banner that has our fees and charges over there. So no one goes to overcharge. And the overcharge is not done by only the Guru boys. Some of my staff are part of it.
Really?
And yes. I'm not going to show them. They know me. Some of my staff are part of them. I've seen one person, we've called to caution him. He was a Takrade. I've called him to caution him. The next time
What did he do, the person in Takrade?
He overcharged someone 14,000 for customized plates.
And how much is it supposed to be?
Customized plates is 8,000.
I see.
So that alone is 8,000. Or 7,000 something, but with the registration it will go to 9,000. So when you charge 14,000, and the person calls me. Unfortunately for him, the person knows me. It was my mate in Kumamoto. So he called me, Julius, how come I was charged 40,000, but on the receipt it's around 8,000. I said, who did it for you? The person bears my name too. So I had to take action.
I see.
Because if he goes out to say, Julius charged me 14,000. Someone will say the DVLA boss is doing guru.
So did you collect the money back?
Of course. I ordered him to pay the money back. And then he came to Accra to face a committee. They will make the report available to me on Wednesday. As for my clients, I don't play with it. If I say my client, not Julius, but the clients of DVLA, citizens of Ghana, when they're coming there to have service and you misbehave, you go and extort money from them, that one, I wouldn't forgive you.
I see.
Because I need to serve them with humility and serve them well. And the one thing now, the queue, I'm trying my possible best to do away with the queue. You come there, now our prestige office, you come there within 30 minutes, you must leave.
I see. I will come back and talk more about the reforms, particularly within the DVLA itself. But let's wrap up on the financial issues. How are you planning to pay your debts?
Let me say this. When we're able to block revenue leakage, we'll have enough money to pay our debts. One typical example, at the Tema Port, at the end of every month, the reports I went through from last year, we always issue number plates. The number of number plates we issue is about 1,800 to 1,900. The highest we did was 2,000 plates. So, resuming office, I went there on February something. And to do my little bit checks and everything, I put things in place. And the report that came in March, we issued number plates for about 5,000 customers. It tells you that at the end of every month, people who steal from DVLA at the port alone, about 3,000 plates. So calculate 2,200 times 3,000 plates every month. Goes into somebody's pocket.
Your plates are stolen at the port?
Yes, they are not stolen at the port. Let me tell you what they do. They can bring 10 cars. So DVLA staff do not issue the number plates at the port. We have companies that issue them. We had about 12 companies that issue them. So when you bring 10 cars, they'll come and buy only 2 DP plates and use those DP plates to take all the 10 out. They bring 2 out, take those 2 out, because there's no system to check which car matches with which DP plates. There's no system to check the expiry dates of the DP plates. So they do that. Then other revelation is that they also have fake number plates. But there's no system to check. So they just fake the numbers with the number plates and go and sell it over the ones DVLA have issued to the public.
But I thought some adjustments or upgrades were made to our number plates in that, there were even what do you call them, QR codes on them and things like that.
That is the DV plates. The DV plates is there from the DP plates.
So the DP plates don't come with those security features?
I'll give you the difference. So when you move from the port, we have what's called the drive from port, DP.
Right.
That one, when you move from the port and you come home, you are supposed to use it for only 14 days. After 14 days, you have to register your car by law. Now, the DV plate is for only the private garage, the car dealers. You have a car, I cannot say when your car
will be sold.
Hence, I give you a DV plate. And with that DV plate, you are supposed to use it when you are going to fix something on the car. You are going on texting. Maybe you have a buyer, you have to go to test the car. You have something to go fix on it. That's where you must use the DV plate. It is defective plate. It means that car has not come to DVLA for me to test and be satisfied that car is road-ready enough. Hence, it is defective plate. That is why it's DV plate. So, your car is on a garage. It's not in a garage. Yet, you are using a DV plate. It is offensive.
Right. So I'm trying to understand, and we have to take a quick break, but I'm trying to understand how then, your plates are stolen. How are those companies stealing your plates?
We've given contract to your company, example, to supply plates at the port. Now, because you know there is no system for me to check the authenticity of the plates. You also go and emboss from the boys.
Right.
You go and emboss about, let me say, 1,000 plates. And instead of to sell my own, you sell your own. Because there's no system to check the authenticity of the plates.
So it's we'll come back, it's one of those revenue leakages you are hoping to plug.
As I speak to you, I've cancelled all those 12 companies. And DVLA staff are now going to issue the plates at the port. And it's no more a plate, it's going to be a sticker, which I'll give you the security features, not security features to give to, but I'll give you how it's going to block revenue after the break.
When we come back from the break.
Yeah.
Don't go away. You're still live on Hot Issues here on TV3. My guest is the new CEO of the Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority, Julius Neequaye Kotey. And indeed, thank you so much for talking to us today on the program. But you were mentioning these new DP stickers. Yeah. So we'll no longer have DP plates. We'll have DP stickers as part of your revenue leak plug-in, efforts. So talk to us about these stickers. When are you starting to deliver or offer the sticker service?
We are starting on Wednesday, just this Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah, the stickers at the ports, the machines will be at the port for us. So it's a sticker. There is the mode of the car is there, the make of the car is there, the chassis number of the car is there, and the expiring date of the sticker is also there. And that gives the police enough information to know when the car must come to DVLA for registration. Coming to DVLA, now we have enough data on the car and who brought the car to Ghana. It is wrong for us to have a car in the system and we don't have any data with us about the car.
About how the car entered
the country. There are 27 illegal routes by which people bring car to Ghana. So you can just understand. When I made mention of the Togo car, people really don't understand what I wanted to say. If we use the word Togo car as a collective name to describe cars that come to Ghana and they don't pay duty. Okay. It doesn't mean the car is only coming from Togo, but it is a collective name they use to identify cars that come to Ghana and they've not paid duty. Apart from the ECOWAS protocol cars that we are abreast with, they come in. And that one, I also have other issues there which we are trying to resolve.
What are the issues?
They bring the cars in the name of ECOWAS, with their ECOWAS plates, Nigeria number plates, Togo number plates, Benin number plates, and on. Then when they get inside, they connect with some of our guys and change the plates and put Ghana number plates on it. And because they have a way of faking the road worthy certificates, so the police are not able to identify which one is correct and which one is not correct. So this is why I said that in an interview just last week that Togo cars will be fished out. How are we going to fish them out? The new road ready system coming, road toll system coming. It is highly possible DVLA will not be responsible for road toll. Highly possible. Yes. Highly possible. Now we are bringing a system that will communicate with a number plate, with a number, and the aluminium plates cannot communicate with that system. So it is highly possible all number plates will be changed to a plastic one with a chip in it that will communicate with the road toll system.
Okay.
Now, if you pass and the toll system is not able to communicate with your car number, it means that your car is not in our database.
Yeah, but how are you going to trace such a person? Because there will be no human intervention. So if I pass and your system is still not able to read it,
that number plates out.
And then you now have to find us.
Yes.
Find whoever is driving.
I'm telling you that it will reduce, if it's not kept totally, to reduce the number of Togo cars we have in the system. Because I'm paying duty, you are not paying duty, and we are cheating the system, and we are there to make sure no one cheats the system. Okay, and the boys will not have access to put the chip in the new one we are bringing. So if you bring a Togo car in now, you will not be able to register it. I'll just advise anyone, get to the DVLA, get to the custom office and pay duty. And you are free to run your car, drive your car in Ghana.
I see. And you mentioned that I have been under the impression that really we had dealt with the issue of, you know, Guru boys. But you mentioned that they are still quite a bit of a problem in the country, because we know that efforts over the last decade or so, efforts have been put in place, CEO after CEO, to try and ensure that the Guru boys system is completely eradicated. But here you are saying that it's still there and a big problem for the DVLA and its ability to be able to plug its revenue holes. Talk to us about that.
Let me say this from what I've been telling everyone. We fought these guys under Chairman Rawlings. We fought them under His Excellency John Kufuor. We fought them under His Excellency Prof. Evans Atamils. We fought them under His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency Dana Adedankwa Akufo-Addo. And now, are we still go to fight them? When I was doing my service in the year 2012, Mr. Mate, former regional manager at the 37 office, you just go and bring police, arrest them. The next day, you'll see them around. We'll go and bring police, Tema, arrest all of them. The next day, you see them around. The NPP implemented something we call the Ultra Center. And I asked the directors, what is the difference between the Ultra Center and a Guru boy? We just use big English to discriminate between the rich and the poor. And that is what they did. Now, the Ultra Center of DVLA are supposed to provide service for DVLA and put extra charges on it. So you have your own office, you come to the DVLA, you have the own office structure, you come to the DVLA, you apply, I come and assess it, I let you run. Then you put extra 100 cedis charge on it. That extra 100 cedis charge, you give DVLA 20 cedis and then you take 80 cedis. Is that not the same thing that the Guru boy is doing? So I want to take a different approach to handle this issue. Fighting them always is not going to be is not going to bring us solution. So what about if we register them and regulate their activities? Temaport, they were fighting them on daily basis. Now you call them agents over there.
And you want to do
Is that the same thing they are doing? Now, when we put these boys on the streets, armed robbery may be on the increase because they are known to money. And some of them overcharge. So bring them under an umbrella, control what they do, regulate what they do, make sure they don't overcharge, give them fees and charges they are supposed to go by. If any of them goes outside the box, then you can deal with that person. But now there's nothing regulating their activities. So if they do anything, you just have to go around and be looking for who did that fake work. You may see the person, you may not see the person. And then the next day the person is there again. You understand?
I see.
So what I'm proposing now,
you're going to regularize the Guru boys.
Let's register them, regularize their activities, control their activities. Let them know for vehicle registration, you cannot put more than 50 Ghana cedis on it. Let them know for license, you cannot put, just example, cannot put more than 2 Ghana cedis on it. Then you regularize their activities. It is just like what the Ultra Center is doing for the rich. You are a rich man. You are a rich man. So you can come to DVLA, apply, have your structure, let DVLA give you the license, operate, then you put annual cedis on it. What about the poor guy on the street who is saying, I'm not going to go buy a gun or I'm not going to go buy
Is that going
machete?
To be part of your legislative amendments you'll be seeking?
Of course, yes.
Right. So
yes.
How many legislative amendments would you be seeking?
There are a lot. We want to change number plates. Before we change the number plate from the aluminum plate to the plastic one, we must go through Parliament. The Okada issue, bringing a new number plate for Okada, we have to go for legislation because the whole Okada concept is illegal. So we went to Rwanda to go and understudy. And because our president is so determined in creating jobs, we find it prudent that the people are already operating. Why don't you regularize what they do and make it commercial? make it legitimate for them to. Some of them will tell you, we get asylum because we are running away from the police. So make it legal. My minister was there. He said, let's use the African solution for the African problem. Right. What is the African solution? Rwanda has done it, and they've done it very well.
So you're going to provide to them, a special number plate separate from the regular motorbike.
A visible number plate. You see, I'll send you a picture. With the Rwanda system, the number plate is very visible, and we want to even add names of regions on it, so you operate within a region or a district. So with the Rwanda system, there are 47,928 motorbikes under 32 cooperatives. We'll have the cooperative under districts. So every district, so if I go to Pando district, they know these are the number of motorbikes we have over there. They have their unique jackets. Everyone has 2 helmets. They are driving. If there's an issue, you know where it's coming from, because the name of the district corporate is on the jacket.
I'd have us run up just a little bit more, because I want you to tackle 2 issues that before we go. The first one to do with...
So I'm done with the Goro issue. You know understand why...
Yeah, you say you regularize the Goro boys so that you can probably track their activities.
Yes.
Right.
So we regulate their activities. And we are a social democratic party. We shouldn't say because your level of education has not reached a certain stage, so you are useless. No. Each and every citizen of Ghana can contribute to the nation we want to build.
Indeed, I'm running out of time, so I'm trying to squeeze in a couple of things before we go. The first one being, what you hope to leave behind once your tenure is done. So over the next 4 years, what should the Ghanaian people expect, the DVLA to look like? And then also for those who have complaints and want to complain, are you establishing a system where it will be easy to interact with the DVLA?
Yes. I want to leave a DVLA you will be proud of. Our president has promised to reset and build the Ghana we want. I want to build the DVLA you and I want. The DVLA where you can come, have your operations, even have your registration and everything online before getting there. Within 15 minutes, you are done, you are gone. I want to use technology as a point to solve a lot of problems in DVLA. So my 2 deputies and I, we are all working together to use technology to solve our daily problems in DVLA. Now you asked about something again, which is...
yes, indeed. I did ask also, for those who have complaints.
When I got into DVLA, we had only 1 telephone. Only one telephone for calls. For calls.
Which office?
DVLA,
the head office?
DVLA head office. We have only 1 telephone for calls. Now, there is a limit to which I can sign when it comes to contracts. I've asked people to have... We are going to implement a complaint center where you have any issue, people overcharge, and it's from our staff, or these boys, when we start with them and they overcharge, you complain to us, we'll make the numbers available, we fit it to the telcos to meet them already. So they create short codes for us for the complaints, and we pay for the complaints. Now we are also going to have a call center, and I'm putting about 15 people there, a very state-of-the-art call center with PCs and everything in it. You call them, you seek for service, you want something, you want to find out about charges, everything is available for them. You go ahead with it. That 1 telephone over there will not manifest.
I don't understand. How do you mean 1 telephone? Because I know there was even a time when you go to the website, you could chat with somebody.
Do you want to come there on Wednesday to see for yourself?
I guess so.
Okay, no problem.
And thank you so much for talking to us. We have to go now. There's so much to talk about, but this is all we have time for. I appreciate you talking to us.
God bless you for the opportunity.
Julius Neequaye Kotey is the new CEO for the Driver, Vehicle and Licensing Authority, DVLA. If you have any more questions, hit me up on our socials. And if you miss our show, it will be live. It will be there for a playback on our socials as well. This is Hot Issues. I'm Kemini Amana. Bye-bye.